Okay, for this first test here, this is just the demo for the 4 notes at the same time off of one pin. Well, I guess not pin, but port. All off of port C using timer 0, 1, 2, and 3. It's a little bit hard to see on the phone screen. I did the best I could to get a clear view. Here's the first one, the C3. It's 131, which should be 130.81, pretty close. Second one, C3 sharp, 139 from 138.59. D3, 147 out of 146.8, and D3 sharp, 156 out of 155.56. So then here's the demo for the servo motor. It's just a simple operation on it. Over a span of 5 seconds, moves from one end 180 degrees around to the other end. You can see the movement right here. I did program into so that button 0 and 1 and set it all the way to either direction so that I could make sure which one it was on. But I'm going to adjust the shutter speed on the camera now so that you can see the screen on the LCD. So you can see the time on the LCD is running, or sorry, not the time, but the position of the motor is moving as should be according to the code. Then at the same time, the motor runs back and forth. And I timed it out manually as well. It comes out to about 5.1 seconds. So here's a demonstration for the Ouija board, the last question in the assignment. I have the shutter speed down right now, which darkens everything, but you can see the LCD here. I did also program in 2 different buttons, 5 and 4, to fully adjust the motor. I kind of just kept those from the previous one, again for just kind of testing purposes. But button 0 down here, which I suppose you can't really see, but this one, any number A through M randomly generates and they stay on there. Fill that up and then I'll clear those. Next button, N through Z, same thing here. Then letters 0 through, or sorry, numbers 0 through 9. And you might be able to hear the servo motor moving in the background. But they do also, of course, all work in sequence. So I'm supposed to ask it a life-changing question. It's a question prompt. So no, what is the key to a happy life? Looks more like a passkey. It's about the best I've got. It's not really going to give a valid answer. Also, there's a little bit of an issue with that. What it outputs depends on which button you press. So maybe it'd be a little better if you combined it all into one button's operation. But anyways, I'll turn the shutter speed up and then you can see that the servo motor actually moves. You'll lose the numbers, but first one, it's an I, F, B, B again, H, throw in a number here, and 4, 4, 5, 8. So there's subtle movements. That was a P. If I try to get a Z on it here, so there's a Q. That should be further over for a Q, or like that's a W, Y, Z there. So it landed on the Z. It's not over at 180 degrees, which would look like this. That should be over there. And this should be at the 0 degree point. So like an A or a B or a 0 should be here. Something like an M, Z, or 9 or an 8 should be somewhere around this range. I wasn't able to get it to have the right range. It kind of seems like it's stuck in the first 90 degrees right now, but it is still moving the right direction for everything. Hopefully I'll get that figured out soon, but that's where it's currently at. believe that is everything that I need.